Okay, so relatives of the woman whose baby went missing at the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, and she herself also speaking. So we know what is the latest, really. What is the latest is nothing. Nothing has come out of that. But let's get down really to the discussion, and my guest is the president of the Legal Advocacy Foundation, lawyer Morris Ampao. Good morning to you.
Morning, my sister.
You're good?
Very good.
You haven't been making wild noise.
I have. I have. But they say lawyer is controversial. And the reason why I'm controversial is that I always come out and speak my mind, and I also always try to be very truthful. And Ghana, when you are very truthful and honest with whatever you see, people actually don't understand and they don't get you. And then we have a lot of our population being ignorant of the law. So when you try to explain the legal implication of actions, then they begin to look at you as very controversial.
I don't personally find you controversial.
But others do.
Yeah, I don't find you controversial. So we're going to open up this, and you're going to tell us the opportunities that people have, how people can, deal with the issue of medical negligence and deal with people, take the law on. Yeah. So first of all, is there a certain law that deals with this whole medical negligence issue?
Well, definitely, because every relationship is governed by law, and all institutions are set up by law, and we have their regulations, we have their ethics. Therefore, the medical institution is no exception. So they are set up by law. Doctors have ethics. Then also they are there to provide services. And in providing services, they have relationship with their clients. Well, now, in this case, the patient. Therefore, the relationship between the medical institution and the patients is a legal relationship. And once it's a legal relationship, there's a law which says that thou shalt not wrong your neighbor. And then in trying not to wrong your neighbor, you don't do anything that will actually cause injury to your neighbor. So therefore, the first law is that there is this law called torts. Torts. That's
law of torts.
Law of torts. It's a French word meaning wrongful act. Therefore, the doctors or the medical institution has a duty in that relationship not to injure, not to do anything whatsoever to cause injury to the patients. Therefore, the first law is that don't cause intentional negligence, because of the intentional negligence. And then doctors and the medical institution are supposed to make sure that they provide the best care, the quality care, of course, and also ensure that they minimize all forms of negligence. And they should be very careful. They are dealing with human beings. They are dealing with life. And so their duty is a higher call. And so they must tread cautiously and ensure that in every step they take, institutional-wise, structure-wise, system-wise, they need to make sure that they are doing the right thing and producing the right results so that they don't cause unlawful injury and harm to their patients. That's the legal relationship between the doctor and the patients.
Okay. So, but do the doctors really know this?
Oh yeah, definitely know this. They know because it's part of their training. After going through the medical school, I think they have other aspects of them, whether they have what we call medical law or anything bordering on ethics. Every doctor knows their ethics. It's a profession, and this ethics is even written down, and it is available. If you go to the net, you will see it. If you go to various hospitals, you see. Then we have also patients charter. We have the patients also must know their rights, the do's and don'ts. All these things are there, so the doctors are aware.
So how come, when we're not dealt with properly in the hospitals, we don't engage the services of lawyers and end up in the courtroom with the issues? Why don't we go to court? In the first place, it's very sad that Ghanaians have been made to be ignorant. We have been made to know, understand that, look, when it comes to law and legalities about lawyers, leave it to the lawyers and the courts. They speak big English and then technical legal languages. So don't go there. Two,
the confidence level in our institutions to deliver justice to the ordinary Ghanaian and the poor is a big challenge. So you have a situation whereby people are very ignorant, and the Bible says that for lack of knowledge, my people perish. So people perish in their ignorance, and then also the institutions and the systems are not working. Therefore, people don't have confidence in the institution and systems. There's so much frustration. There's so much corruption in the system. So people don't trust, because if you decide to embark on a legal process, the time, the cost, the frustration, and if you don't take care of the outcome, because these days people manipulate the system. Those who have the money, those who have the links, can easily manipulate the system, and then in manipulating the system, they deploy money, delay tactics, and then also intimidation, and so people actually don't know the law, and even those who know the law find it difficult to pursue, to go ahead and ensure that they get justice.
So why don't we start a fresh case? First of all, how do I know that what the doctor has done or what the hospital has done is medical negligence?
Because you are not trained as a lawyer and you don't know the technicalities involved, what you need to do is to seek legal advice. And legal advice, you don't need a lawyer we have so many institutions. One, SRAJ is there. SRAJ is a Commission for Human Rights and Justice. They are there to provide relief for the vulnerable, those who write. So SRAJ, you can go to SRAJ and seek legal advice from them. You can also go to legal aid. Lawyers are available who are paid by the state to render services to the poor. They are there. Then you can also seek the advice of friends who are lawyers to find out what kind of advice will they give you. Because they need to establish that one, there's a duty of care, and that duty of care too has been breached, and then whether you have suffered any injury. That is the grounds by which you can get any relief from negligence. So the doctor will look at the facts of the case, the evidence available, and then advise you accordingly. So these are the things that we don't do. We are not trained to do. So what we do is that, you see the woman, what is he doing? Screaming. I
think the family has plans, to finally go to court, but I have been asking myself, why do you wait all this while? I think it should have just gone
you
the very
that
beginning.
When this thing came up, there was a lawyer in the matter. I came out to even offer free legal advice and services, and then the lawyer in the matter who said, "I'm about to shut up." He's taking up the matter.
Yeah, but I think it was also because the Ministry of Health had said, they were setting up this investigative committee and that they were going to sort things out. So maybe the family wanted to wait and see what this committee will come out with.
But definitely, and then the report is out. The report even is self-indictment. It indicted some people. It showed clearly that the institution and the staff failed to do their duty.
But there were recommendations. It doesn't bring the baby back.
Definitely. So I'm saying that from the word go, that document alone is enough evidence. That document speaks for itself. Therefore, you need to proceed to court and use that document. That the same institution have acknowledged that there was a wrong done to Sueba and the family, that they failed to put the various structures and systems together. And then also their staffs were negligent. So some of their staffs were made to proceed on leave. And then others were facing criminal trial. We don't know what has happened to the security man as of now. The media has failed to follow up.
No, media, see, usually, I seem to have a problem. Everybody's waiting for the media to pick the matter up again. But the matter concerns you. For how long can we keep talking about the same things?
But see,
if you want to go to court, go to court. We'll tell the story. But do you want us to make that move on your behalf? What else can we do? Like we're doing this morning, we have a lawyer here to tell us when some of these things happen. You can go to court, you can talk to all these people you mentioned, you can go to SRAJ, you can go to legal aid, you can talk to your lawyer friends, and let them tell you if you have a case or not. And then take somebody on. What else, Mr. Hampal, do you want us to do?
Then comes my next issue with the Minister of Gender and Social Protection. This is a social protection issue.
Definitely.
It's a social protection issue. Are they interested? Are they interested?
Well, they seem to be from the beginning.
Then what has happened?
But then we don't know.
Because the woman there is looking for justice. Is looking for compensation. Is looking, by this time we should have set up a foundation in the name of that baby. By this time we should have given her something. By this time we should have come out with something that will bring this matter to rest. But what have we done? We set up this committee and that's all. And the protection is not there. So you see, we have a system in this country where institutions are not working, and those who are supposed to work, they pretend to be working. They pretend. You know, I always have problems with various institutions. They are quick in organizing seminars, quick symposiums,
and even setting up committees.
And then they document it and then use it to go and get sponsorship. And the actual work is not done. And that's the problem we have. So you have a whole ministry trying to protect the vulnerable. And this is one of the vulnerables in the vulnerable situation, that we have a woman who decided to go and give birth. We can't raise the baby. And then nobody, that institution is not bothered. And then we have a situation whereby everybody is not quiet. And what you see, my problem is that when you start and you don't finish, you've not done anything. You must bring finality to everything. So I was expecting that the media will follow up, you know, and follow up. But they've done their best. But now it's up to the family of Sueba to take up the matter, than to complain, proceed to court.
I think that's what they've said. But you know, with that particular case, what are the options? What can they do?
Oh, it's a simple. Their case is very, very simple. You know, you have a situation whereby the evidence is so overwhelming. The even court will take judicial notice of the fact that you went to the hospital to deliver your baby, you can't find your baby. Now the same medical institution set up by the committee, their findings is so clear. They've actually confirmed that you were there. They also confirmed that you gave birth. They confirmed that this baby was a stillborn baby. There's a confirmation that you cannot find a baby, and they are holding some of their staff responsible. So this is a very straightforward case. Go to court and sue the institution for negligence and ask for compensation. Ask for, because the only remedy that they can give you is compensation.
Okay.
As of now.
We'll come back and talk about exactly what that compensation is all about. Would it be a new baby? What kind of amount would it be? But let me also say on record that we got in touch with the Ministry of Health, and the PRO of the Ministry of Health, Tony Goodman, had said that this family that we're talking about, could go to court if they want to. So let's listen to Tony Goodman.
For you and I to discuss and inform her about the decision that came out of that investigation. You see, it is, if you are interviewing somebody and the person is raising questions, what is more important is you have to also refer to some words that were done. But if you allow the person to talk without informing the person about what really happened, it is not everybody that goes to court or goes to an institution where you are supposed to seek justice that is happy. It's not all of us that at times are okay with some decisions that come. But that is the law. That is what happens there. If you think you are not happy, then go a step further to seek other review or clarification. So we cannot just say because they're not happy, we'll just go and do things on our institutions were set up by law, and when it comes to dealing with some of those cases, you go through an appropriate institution to do it. I'm saying that if he feels that what was done is not the best, he can go to an appropriate institution to seek justice.
Which institution will be appropriate in this case?
That I cannot say. Those who are
Isn't the Ministry of Health one of those appropriate institutions for her to bring her case to?
We have done ours, and according to you, she's not happy with what the ministry did. So I'm saying that there are other institutions that we can go to seek justice as well.
Tony,
if I should say that, what we did was the best, it shouldn't go anywhere, then it means that we have something to cover up. That committee came out with a report, and that report was shared with the public. We have not.
You mean the interim report?
Kemeni, you have to also listen to me. We have not instituted further investigation into that incident.
I see.
We closed our part of that incident long ago. We issued a report. We called the media, gave you copies, and you read those reports on air. So saying that what was given was where our jurisdiction ended. So if you need to take further clarification, you need to look at other state institutions to do that. But for us in the ministry, we are looking at the various councils. The councils brought their reports. They were set up by a law to do some work, and they've done their work, submitted a report, and we share with our general public. We don't have any legal mandate to continue with any other thing. So I'm saying that if we have come up with a report and you think our report is not the best, then you can also go further to seek other clarification. When you look at how we operate, when it comes to an institution, a council has been set up and the ministry supervises that council. That is the Facility Regulatory Authority. When it comes to the individual, a medical doctor, the Medical and Dental Council is there. When you talk about nurse or a midwife, you are talking about nursing and midwifery council. They all have boards, they all have disciplinary committees set up to do some of those things. They've completed their work, submitted their report to the Honorable Minister. If we've also looked at it, a statement was made from the ministry's angle. It ends the matter. They did not opt for it when we made a proposal. They said they are not interested. So there was that.
And that's why you couldn't do that.
That's it. If they are not interested,
very well, Tony.
Okay, so that was Tony Goodman there, the PRO of the Ministry of Health, speaking yesterday to my colleague Kemeni Nyamani Amano. Morris Ampao, you've been listening, and it's not like you've been smiling, but what do you think? This is what we get to. A committee was set up, things were written, a presentation was made to the media, and then he said we read the report out, and that's it. They are done with it.
Definitely, that showed the frustration of the PR for the ministry. He's trying to say that, look, this is all that we can do for the family, and then this all that. Then you realize that I came out to say that the report is so bogus that the Suiba family should reject it in totality. Because if you look at the report critically, it was trying to rather to sanction those who are on duty. The security man was picked up by the police, and then they're supervising a nurse, and then the nurse who help with the delivery, they go home for 2 weeks, and then one to go home for 1 month. And then the second one is, look, let's now put in systems and structures to prevent the occurrence of such an event or a situation. And I said that it is not enough. When it came to the BCBB, they said they are sorry, and then they should see whether there can be any compensation package. As of now, they have not discussed with her the compensation package. That's why I'm saying that the report is not conclusive. The report is not fair to the Sueba family. The report is trying to rather say that, look, we have looked at our system and we are doing house cleaning, but you who have suffered as a result of our negligence, you can go and take. That's exactly what the PR is saying. Go and take action if you think it is there in the family.
Yeah, but because he said that they don't have anything to hide. So if you think there are other options for you, go ahead and explore.
And that is good. It's good news for the family. So what are they waiting? You don't need a lawyer. Go to.
So who do you right now? Who do you take on? Because here's the Ministry of Health. Where else do you go? Because for the Ministry of Health, they are done. This is what they can do for you.
Yeah, now the Ministry of Health is not responsible for social protection. They are responsible for the delivery of health services. Now they are finished with their work, and they were looking inwardly to their institutions and their structures. And they are saying that we have been able to make recommendations to put things right.
But
now
should somebody's missing baby be that example that you used to clean your house?
And that's exactly what they have done. And we all kept quiet and we were looking at it and nobody said anything. But now, it is now the duty of the protection agencies led by Nana Olita She should step in now.
What should she do?
Quickly have a copy of the report and then also take the necessary legal action.
You think by now that ministry doesn't have a copy of that report?
So it shows how our care system is so porous and weak. It shows that we have the care system that's there, but they're not working. All that they know is to leap where they can distribute money. Leap. And that's all that the care ministry does. And they end up blaming people that we don't hold them accountable and responsible. When you have issues like this, the vulnerable not getting justice, there is this huge case like this pending, and then the Minister of Gender and Protection is not interested in that. What does they come out?
But the point is, that ministry of Gender Social Protection cannot give a new baby to the mother, cannot produce the baby. So what exactly could be given to them that could match that loss?
In the first place, I think that as a state, we failed woefully. Our security agencies should by this time be unraveling the mystery. In a well-advanced country, this thing would have been resolved. They are missing baby. The security agencies, what have they done? Have they also closed the chapter by just putting the security man before the court, and now we don't know what is happening in the case? Why is the baby? Don't they have the capacity? So we keep on cash flow missing. So baby missing. So now what is going to happen is that anytime people get missing, we don't have a solution. It's sad as a nation. It's sad as a nation. So it's a wake-up call to all institutions. They should not let this case matter die. They should find ways and means to, at all costs. You know that if any of the policemen were to get missing, they'll find them. They'll find them. Our institutions will find them. I can remember there is this man, Niger. He was killed and then they dug some hole. And they were able to go and then trace, and then they were able to find out where this man has been dumped. So
what's your suspicion here?
My suspicion is that our institutions, unless you put pressure on them, unless you hit them hard, they are confronted with so many cases. They don't have money, they don't have logistics, they look so tired with the problems that if you don't hit them hard, they don't come out with anything. And then they know, you see, the Ghanaians are very interested. They know that Ghana, the Assemble, you can't cry BGM. So they watch it. So this cash flow issue right now is dead. It was Rampa was making noise. Now they've been able to silence Rampa. So now it's dead. Now sway back. They will silence. That's exactly what we are doing. So when we don't have antidote to issues, what we need to do is that it's a matter of time. Time will tell. Once time. We are not dealing with the issue, and then 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then they throw in new stories. And the media, the media, when they move to the new story, they forget about the old one. So then they don't do anything.
But you see, everybody is heavily relying on the media. You want us to sustain your issues. How about, Ghanaians sustaining their own issues as well?
Yes, Ghanaians have a problem. Ghanaians, somehow we are frustrated. And most of us do not have the money. We don't have the know-how. The knowledge is not there. And then the desire to pursue justice, and then the frustration in pursuing justice is number one. But in the media, you are our ears and eyes. You are our inspiration. And then when you pick up this matter, right now we are discussing the matter, it's generating another new public interest. And that's what we do. The media must go to the police and ask the police, where is the baby?
Let me tell you the places we've been with this issue. The Ministry of Gender Social Protection, they say they're doing something in the Western region, so they cannot comment on this issue. You heard what the Ministry of Health had to say through the PRO. You can go to wherever it is that you want to go to.
Now what about the police?
And then the police, I would have to check. Let me check. Please, Koshi, tell me that angle as well so I can update. But here's what I'm going to do. We want you to share, because today we're marking World Day of the Sick. So share with us your experiences. Our focus really is on medical negligence. So if you've got any experiences that you want to share with us, please do. You can call on 0302-211-6912, 0302-211-6912. Let us know. Maybe you need a little help or a little push. Maurice Ampao here will be glad to give that to you. So the big question that I'm asking, what kind of compensation the baby cannot come back? So what would be worth the loss?
I think what we need to do for Sueba and the family is to set up a foundation in memory of that lost baby, and then also try and then give Sueba what she deserves. If the child were to be alive, the comfort. So we go for damages for loss of the baby, then for emotional stress and trauma. The court will also give compensation for that, and then also what the child is capable of doing. The court can, if you have a child, we don't know his future, so we can put some value on the future prospect of the child, what is capable of doing, bringing joy to the family. Maybe that child may be a president. So the court is likely to give something reasonable given the circumstances. And I think that if he goes to court and he gets maybe 500,000 or $1 million, 1 million Ghana cedis, 1 million Ghana cedis, and then at the end of the day, we set up a foundation in remembrance of the baby, and then also try as much as possible to make the family happy. I think that's the way forward. So there's a foundation should be set up for Sueba,
the baby, the missing baby.
Yes, missing baby, and maybe if he can go ahead and give the baby a name. That if the baby were to alive, what name will he give to the baby? Okay. So that at least the foundation will have,
that will be the name of the foundation. In
and
memory.
Then he proceeds to court and get serious compensation damages in the form of loss of the child, and emotional pain and trauma, and then compensation for professional negligence. And I think that
would you be willing to take up an issue like this?
Because I've dealt in the matter, I don't want to. I don't want to be like. I'm touting, like advertising myself. So I'm saying.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
It's against our profession. It's against our profession.
Okay, but if you were to be the lawyer in this case, how hard would you push?
I would have avoided justice. I can't stand this. You know, I was the first person who decided that look, this must have to go to court, and I started saying that I'm prepared. My NGO is a NGO that stands for the poor and the needy in society.
The Legal Advocacy Foundation.
Free legal advice. Free legal clinic. We've set up clinic all over the schools and the countries. So we were ready, but right as of now, I'll prefer that if they don't get a service of any lawyer, then they can go to legal aid, and then they should go between legal aid and human rights
and trash
for the two to give them the legal presentation to pursue the matter.
How much could be enough? In terms of money, because you're saying for comfort,
yeah, for a child, you cannot put a value on a child. But I think that let's.
But you can put a value on the inconvenience.
Yes, inconvenience. So let's say maybe 5 billion old Ghana cedis. That's 500,000 Ghana cedis.
500,000 Ghana cedis. We've got enough compensation.
Yes, 1 billion. That's 100,000 for the setting up of the foundation, and then the 400.
What would the foundation be doing?
The foundation will be actually have the main aim and vision to ensure that children's rights are protected. You know, the foundation should also aim at ensuring that they can become a voice for the voiceless. That will put pressure on medical institutions to do the right thing. You know, and also the foundation can also promote the rights of patients. And so there are a lot that the foundation can do to support a worthy cause.
Is it not perhaps too late for the family to go on this kind of, to go through this process now?
No, it's not too late.
It's a bit too late because it's a year now.
No, it's not too late. It's not 1 year is not enough. I think they can take it up at the matter. Given that in our law, when you have a civil matter of negligence, 3 years, if you don't pursue, then the Limitation Act degree may catch up on you. So 1 year is still, there's more time, so you can take up the matter.
So you can give us a call if you've got any experiences you want to share on 030221169102, 030221169102. Real quick. So Shrash is waiting for somebody to file a complaint.
Yes, definitely.
So the things that go on, they don't hear?
They do. But they'll tell you that they don't have money. You can't remember. Going to investigate corruption, they said they don't have money. Almost all our institutions, the first thing that will tell you that there's no money.
How much money, because I know that you do investigations yourself, do you use money in other cases?
It's not about money, it's about passion. It's about your passion for justice. It's not about money. If you want money to move everything, then we will be handicapped. You see, at times, there are so many things. Look, when it comes to evangelism, our churches, do they spend money do they spend money sending people to go and do this evangelism, house to house campaign, preaching of the gospel? Do they pay? That when it comes to NCCE going out to educate Ghanaians, they tell you that they don't have logistics, they don't have the money. But you can train volunteers, legal volunteers, who will go all out and start preaching the gospel according to the 1992 Constitution.
Let me speak to Alhaji Sule now, who's joining us on the phone. Hello, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for calling. Hello?
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. We can hear you. Let's.
Yeah. This is Alhaji Audu.
Sure.
Yeah, so calling from Tumo.
Okay.
Yeah. The lawyer is saying that Ghanaians don't have the know-how. That Ghanaians don't have the know-how about such cases.
Some.
But when you
qualified.
Go to them, the money they demand, at times it's very difficult to come back. And apart from that, too, they go and come. Also frustrates people. So that's our problem. It's not only the media. The lawyers also at times they are contributor factor to this thing.
Do you have a personal experience? Have you been trying to deal with a certain matter?
Yeah, I have a personal experience, but I don't want to go on air about it.
Sure. Okay. So what are you giving up?
Oh no, I'm not giving up.
Okay. All right. We wish you well. But thank you very much for calling. Okay. So, I mean, he's talking about the frustrations.
Well, but I said if he's listening,
you said a lot of things.
So
he is trying to say that sometimes it's not like we don't know what's, but it's just that we get frustrated. The processes
I'm saying that
are very frustrating.
There's so much frustration in the system that if people who know find it difficult to access justice in this country.
So lawyers also face those same frustrations?
Yes, we do, because if you have a simple case at court and then it will take you through 3 or times 20 years land issue to resolve. The same frustration. You would have spent all the money you've taken as legal fee, and then they say there will be so much adjournment. There's so much frustration in the system, my sister.
Let me speak to Stephen, who is calling from Koforidua. Hopefully, Stephen has not been frustrated. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning, sister. How are you?
Very well. Thanks for asking. Let's hear your story.
Well, I don't have actually any story, but what I want lawyers to do is to help this poor lady just to pursue this case to court, and then they can get a justice from it. And they should set somebody at Confirmatory Teaching Hospital. As an example, we cannot be here as a Ghanaians. We have big lawyers in Ghana. At least a lawyer, just a single lawyer, should wake up and then say, no, I'm going to help this lady so we get the truth of the matter. So please, lawyer, if you are listening to me, check this lady. Because I have a case in Koforidua Court. About 2 years now, when you go, I will mention the lawyer's name to you. My opponent just going in for a lawyer, and today they say case again, and I'm getting tired. So I stopped going to the court. Those are some of the loopholes we have in Ghana. So lawyers, try your possible best. Help this poor lady informative. The nurse, the doctors, those in charge, they should bring them to book. So next time, maybe the same thing is happening in our villages. Because the media is not there, we don't know what is going on. So please, and sweet lady, you have done well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stephen, joining us from Koforidua. I tell you one thing, though. Confirmatory Teaching Hospital also said they will not talk to us. I mean, the CEO had agreed, and then later on he said he would not speak to our reporter, but he would speak to us directly. And then later on he decided to change his mind because he wanted authority from another higher place. I don't know. So, yeah. So sometimes we also get frustrated in the process as well. But yeah, Stephen is appealing to you to take this.
Yes, we will also, we are into advocacy. So we will also bring the matter up. We will make sure that the voiceless get a voice in this country, and so we make sure that we put pressure on the necessary institutions, the gender protection ministry.
We're not feeling the protection.
Yeah,
we're not feeling the protection. Let me speak to. This will be my very last call. Hello, Stephen or Samuel.
Good morning, madam.
I am Ibrahim, hello Ibrahim, sorry.
Yeah.
Good morning, kindly speak up for me.
Hello, good morning, madam.
Yes, good morning, sir. This is nice.
Thanks for the good work you are doing. I think those people must be punished. Because a human being is a human being. Even if your fowl dies and you don't see that, but the feathers will show that the fowl is dead yet, and you see the real is dead. How can a full human being die? And they just look at it like that. So because it's a poor lady, nobody cares about it. Oh, let's do this. Within some few days, she will forget of it, and that will end the case. I think the people must be punished so that it will be a lesson to other people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Ms. Ampao, what will be the very last thing that you say? I mean, on this day for the sick, what should people remember with regards the legal processes and how we can also pursue cases on our own?
Then like this, I'm calling on all doctors to once again take their legal ethics serious, and medical ethics serious, and read through and make a commitment that they will do the right thing at the right time, and they will not forget about the values and the principles of legality governing their profession. And also I'm calling on the Honorary Ghanaian to read the chapter on patients' rights, your rights to confidentiality and your right to get the best quality health care. They are all enshrined. And I'm calling on Honorary Ghanaian, don't give up when you think that your rights are being infringed upon. Please rise up, go to the appropriate institution, and then fight for your right. And that's the only way you can get relief and then ensure that the right thing is done in this country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maurice Ampao, for your time this morning here on the AM show. Really, really appreciate it. What can I also say? Be eyes to the blind, because sometimes you have to tell somebody's story and help somebody out, and definitely feet to the lame. Observe this day and make sure that on your own, don't always rely on the media. We can do our bit, but you as individuals also take things on. And the processes could be frustrating, but please do not give up. Stay on for AM Talk.